Here they come. Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs. Audio test, testing audio. Audio test, testing audio. Audio test. Audio test, testing audio. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Audio test. This is an audio test. This is an audio test testing the audio. This is an audio test testing the audio. Testing the audio. Field on post parade for race number one. Number one is Holy Jalapeno. Austin Sorey drives. Number two is He's Sporty. Daryl Thiessen for Jim Flynn and Doreen Flynn. Number three is Ham Sandwich. Steve Houdon for Laura Toscani. Number four is Mr. John. Scott Calder for Alan Fillion. Five is Nova Scotia Strong. Tyler Moore drives and trains in partners with Gordy Rudolph and Archie Hattie and James Bagnall. Number six is Ponder No Longer. Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Number 8 is Harry G. Damian McClellan for Duncan Gillis. And number 9 is Smart Thinking, Sammy Filia for Kim BX. Field of 8, race number 1. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field for race number 1. We'll start with number 6, Ponder No Longer, 7-2 on the board. And, the last few races don't instill a lot of confidence. But the class drop for Ponder No Longer, I've decided to take a stand here. Now, this is one that raced in 52 and change back-to-back miles in early November. I think Ponder No Longer at this level could step up and show us that he's got what it takes to take down this class. He's that one that's got a bit of back class. 5-year-old has made 133,000, and Team Hensley and Ponder No Longer. My top one here at 3-1. Number 1, Holy Jalapeno, wasn't racing well, but last race was able to come on and finish second. Now, the overall record on the season is not great, but boy, that last race was good. Inside post position for this start and got a pocket trip, and that was the big difference last time out, is got off the gate well. And Austin Surrey drove and got this one off the gate and is driving again this evening. Maybe Holy Jalapeno will fire early from post 1 and stay in contention again and is 5-1. Number 3, Ham Sandwich, is one that dropped down in class a couple starts ago. Now look at one that doesn't have a very strong overall record, but I think has enough speed to be competitive in this spot. Was beaten 4 1/4 last race and gets a better post position. Ham Sandwich and Steve Houdon for Laura Toscani is currently on the board at 7-1. And number 5, Nova Scotia Strong. Well, won in Truro November the 16th, and then last race at London did not fire all that well, although at least it was out 3 wide late in the mile and came on to be beaten 4.5. This is certainly one I've seen race well in the past. Nova Scotia Strong was in Ontario last year and earlier this year, and now comes back from the Maritimes. Nova Scotia Strong and Tyler Moore is 3-1. Now the money has come for number 6, Ponder No Longer, 2-1. The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Holy Jalapeno and He's Sporty and Ham Sandwich. In the center, Mr. John and Nova Scotia Strong. To the outside, Ponder No Longer, Rockin' Bow and Harry G. And the second tier, Smart Thinking. It's a field of 9 for race number 1. Field 4, race number 1, is in the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. They're at this. Well, we have a starter's recall. Starter's recall. Fans, the starter's recall. 1 interfering with 9. 1 on 9. Holy Jalapeno interfering with 9 Smart Thinking before the start. Well, fans, the first race on a Wednesday night at Flamboro Downs. Take 2. Field of 8 for race number 1. Field for the first race is at the start and they're off. Ham Sandwich, Mr. John, Nova Scotia Strong. Punter no longer, down to the inside, Holy Jalapeno, and he's sporty. And then Harry G, Smart Thinking, and the field works around the turn. Mr. John is flush with early pace as they race their way on down the backstretch and leads by a length and a half. Ham Sandwich is second. Holy Jalapeno is third. Then it is Nova Scotia Strong in front of He's Sporty. Ponder no longer. And then Smart Thinking and Harry G. On past the opening quarter they go. Mr. John at 6-1's got the lead. Ham Sandwich racing, filling the pocket, and then Holy Jalapeno, 3 lengths off the lead, is racing third. Nova Scotia Strong racing fourth. Ponder no longer has taken out and is looking to flush some cover, and out comes Nova Scotia Strong down to the inside. It is He's Sporty racing about 5 off the lead. The trailing pair, Smart Thinking and Harry G, off at 27 and 4 opening quarter. Mr. John still has the lead, but Nova Scotia Strong is moving up closer. Ham Sandwich, Ponder no longer, is on the back of Nova Scotia Strong. They turn their way into the backstretch off a 59 and 1 halftime and a 31 and 2 second panel breather. Mr. John with the lead. Nova Scotia Strong racing second. Ham Sandwich third. And then Ponder no longer fourth. And gapped in the cover second over. Holy Jalapeno was fifth. 3 wide is Smart Thinking. Mr. John. And off stride goes Nova Scotia Strong. Ham Sandwich second. Ponder no longer third with lots of work to do. Mr. John at the field turns for home. Mr. John, Smart Thinking, 128 and 1 as the field turns for home. And it is Smart Thinking on the outside with Ponder no longer. But it is Mr. John coming to the finish with Ponder no longer closing late, but Mr. John is going to win. Ponder no longer second. Then it looked like Holy Jalapeno against Smart Thinking, 159 and 4. Back in front of us is number 4, Mr. John Scotty Coulter, the winning driver. Mr. John's a 7-year-old shadow play, brown gelding, owned and trained by Alain Fillon. Fourth win for Mr. John this year, 21st lifetime. The first race payout for Mr. John, 1490, 440, 610. 6 Ponder no longer, 240, 210. 1 Holy Jalapeno returns 290. $2 exactor 69.50. Dollar try 169.50. Dollar super 1822.55. 20-cent super 364.51. Once again, note that 20-cent super is 364.51. First race, order of finish from the top down is at 357182. Scratch 64. That's 357182. Scratch 64 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the second one. Tell it, Russ, tell it. Travis Culliver, Jody Cullen, and A1 stable. At number 2, Are You Crazy? Paul McKenzie for Melissa Rennie. Number 3 is Onyx Bovino, Jay Harris for Lacey McCabe and Glenview Livestock Limited. Number 4 is Sporty B, Daryl Thiessen for Jack Moisev and High Stakes Incorporated and Nancy McNevin. Number 5 is Ambitious Mind, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Martin Bilodeau. And number 6, Party It Up, Damien McLaughlin for Kyle Bostons and Daryl Newbegin. Field of 6, race number 2. Well, let's get a look at this field, and we'll start with one, Tell It, Russ, Tell It. And this is one that won last start at Mohawk November the 9th, and did qualify December the 5th, so although has been out of the box for about a month, Tell It, Russ, Tell It, qualified just to get going and had a good middle half in the qualifier, 55 and 3 middle half. Look, this is one that was a big earner. Oh, by the way, I missed the most important thing. Yeah, that was November 9th last year, and so qualified, had been off 13 months. But I'm still going with Tell It, Russ, Tell It. That was my thought when I took this one with the first start this year. Forgot about it looking at the program page. And still, Jody Cullen, they send them out ready to go. This horse wouldn't be coming out and racing if it wasn't fit to go. They're a very strong barn and sends them ready, and Travis Cullen driving. And look, 13 out of 20 in the top 2 last year, 67,000 made in 20 starts. Tell It, Russ, Tell It, even money. Number 3, Onyx Bovino. If number 1's not ready to give you the A effort, well, Onyx Bovino has been giving an A effort start after start after start. And those A efforts are pretty darn fine. So Onyx Bovino gets off the gate very well and did win 3 in a row before a second last time out, is a serious consideration, and he's 5-2. Number 5, Ambitious Mind, comes into this one with 4 consecutive top 2 finishes. Ambitious Mind, a win in 3 seconds in the last 4 starts, all of them at Mohawk, all in that. Well, the last 3 were 53 and 53 and change, and a 55 and 1 on a track that was off a couple seconds. So that seems to be the speed there. Ambitious Mind and Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers is definitely one of the top 3 in here, 8-5, and is being bet as such. And number 2, Are You Crazy? Well, I don't think it's completely crazy that this one will race well again. Raced well here last time out. Got off the gate well from post 2 to finish 3rd. Are You Crazy is Paul McKenzie driving and training, and Are You Crazy is currently 9-1 on the board. But my top one is on the inside, Tell It, Russ, Tell It, off of a 13-month layoff. But it was a really good 2-year-old last year. Took a mark as a 2-year-old to 52-2. I think this one will be ready to rock. Field for the second race, taking up their positions. Tell It, Russ, Tell It, Are You Crazy on the inside. In the center, Onyx Bovino, Sporty B. To the outside, Ambitious Mind, and Party It Up. Field of 6, race number 2. Here they come. Field for the second race is at the start. And they're off. Onyx Bovina will leave with Are You Crazy and Tell It, Rush, Tell It. Then Sporty B, Ambitious Mind, and Party It Up. And they work on around the turn. And Tell It, Rush, Tell It's got the lead. And Are You Crazy is going to slide into the pocket in front of Onyx Bovino. Off stride went Sporty B. And right now, Ambitious Mind be fourth, and fifth is Party It Up. But Tell It, Rush, Tell It, 7-2 on the boards, got the lead with Are You Crazy at 11-1. Racing second. Onyx Bovino is moving along in third, 29-3 opening quarter. Then Ambitious Mind and Party It Up. But it is right now Travis Cullen and Tell It Russ Tell Him, who's got a lead of a length and a half over Are You Crazy. Onyx Bovino is on the inside third, and Ambitious Mind is now moving ambitiously on the outside first up. And then it is Party It Up and back to Sporty B. Tell It Russ Tell It off at 29-3 opening quarter. Races on past the half, has a lead of a length and a half. Tell It Russ Tell It on the outside. Ambitious Mind is just about 3/4 of a length back, getting closer. 101 and 1 halftime. A 31-3 second panel, and it is Tell It Russ Tell It. Ambitious Mind on the outside is moving rather ambitiously and is only about a head off the lead. Are You Crazy third. Onyx Bovino has popped out now and is closing ground rapidly, trailing pair of well back Party It Up and Sporty B. Tell It Russ Tell It drives on and leads it by a length and a quarter now. And then on the inside, Are You Crazy, Ambitious Mind, and now Onyx Bovino has to roll out three wide. And Tell It Russ Tell It is getting some urging now. Might be running out of steam a little bit. And here comes Onyx Bovino. Tell It Russ Tell It looking to dig in and hold off a charging Onyx Bovino. And Are You Crazy's looking to flap Mackenzie Lane. Onyx Bovino on the outside. Up Mackenzie Lane is Are You Crazy. Onyx Bovino and Are You Crazy? Are You Crazy wins. Onyx Bovino second. Ambitious Mind third. And Tell It Russ Tell It fades to fourth. 2 minutes, 1/5. Back in front of us is the winner of race number 2. It's number 2. Are You Crazy? Paul McKenzie is the winning driver and trainer. Are You Crazy? Also sharing an ownership is Melissa Rennie. It's the 4th win on the season and 14th lifetime. Are You Crazy? 2 minutes, 1/5. The second race pass to Are You Crazy? $25, 550, And the 333 Onyx Bovino 250, 230. And 5 Ambitious Mind 230. $2 Exactor 44.70. Dollar Try 66.30. Dollar Super 237.20. 20-cent Super 47.44. $2 Double of 4 and 2 186.80. Fans, note the track condition listed as good and minus 2 seconds. Good and minus 2 seconds. The second race, order of finish from the top down 412-536. That's 412-536 on the bottom. Field for race number 4 on parade. 1 is All Star Willow, Sammy Filia for Jacob Roberts and Triple S Equine. Number 2 is Kitty's Column, Travis Cullen for Cameron McQueen and John McQueen and Gregory Tuckwell. Number 3 is Little Bearcat, Daryl Thiessen for Brett Lester and Michelle Attard. Number 4, Rockford Peach, Jay Harris for Francis Guimet and Jean Allaire. 5 is Rockin' Pebbles, Mark McDonnell drives and trains and owns. Number 7, Harborlight Jimmy, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossens and Ralph Jardine. And number 6 is Happy in Control, Paul McKenzie for Dale Hurd and Antonio Tangretta. Field of 7 for race number 3. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 4, Captain Butler. Well, comes in from Mohawk off of back-to-back races that did not go well. Captain Butler, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers. And look, this is one that was racing well at Mohawk for a couple of starts before those last two. The last time we saw this one here was a very game second, and in a similar class to this one. Captain Butler, Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers. Only 2 wins on the season, but I like Captain Butler the best in here, and Captain Butler is on the board at 3-1. Number 1, Well Said Celeb, Jay Harris. Boy, the last 3 races didn't go well. 2 at Mohawk, and then that last one here finished a well-beaten 9th. But drops in class. It is Jay Harris, Amanda Riley, and I think Well Said Celeb with an inside post position could bounce back. You do see this one at Mohawk from post 9, October the 30th, blasting to the front. You know this one has some gate speed. That was a 26-2 opening quarter. Well Said Celeb, I think, is one that's a sleeper play here at 10-1. Number 3, Jimmy Whispers, made an early break last race. Did recover and wound up 4th. But look at Jimmy Whispers, only 1 win on the season, but does have 16 top 3 finishes and 26 starts. I think Jimmy Whispers could make some noise in this dash. Todd Ratchford for Mike Wyatt-Nioski. Of course, the first order business needs to stay flat, but was second here just 2 races ago in 56-4. Jimmy Whispers 5-2. And number 2, Belmont Blazer. Well, the last couple races, they weren't good at all. Both post 7, now gets a spot on the inside. 3 races ago, this one got off the gate well and got away 3rd and finished 2nd, beaten half a length to Onyx Bovina, which is a very good one that we saw race earlier this evening. Belmont Blazer and Travis Cullen is currently on the board at 5-2. Gate is rolling for race number 3. 1 is Well Said Celeb on the inside with Belmont Blazer. In the center, Jimmy Whispers, Captain Butler, and Glory View Image. To the outside, Happy in Control, Harborlight Jimmy. It's a field of 7. It's race number 3. Field for the 3rd. Is into the stretch drive, gathering speed. Here they come. Third race at the start. Glory View Image is going to leave out with Belmont Blazer. Well Said Celeb on the inside, and Jimmy Whispers. Well Said Celeb using that post one advantage to press on through and grab the early lead. Belmont Blazer second. Glory View Image is third. Then Jimmy Whispers fourth, and Captain Butler and Happy in Control. And Harborlight Jimmy, Well Said Celeb, leads as they race on to the opening quarter at 14-1 and has the front over Belmont Blazer at 2 lengths, and Glory View Image is third. Jimmy Whispers fourth. Then it is Captain Butler, Happy in Control, and Harborlight Jimmy, a 28-2 opening quarter. Well Said Celeb at 14-1 leads it. Belmont Blazer 9-5 is second. Glory View Image 5-2 on the board is third. Then Jimmy Whispers fourth, and Captain Butler is now going to come to the outside as they race off the turn and is going to be challenging first up right now as they race their way on up towards us. Off at 28-2 opening quarter. Well Said Celeb takes them past the half in 58-3. Belmont Blazer second. Captain Butler as on the outside, racing third. And then fourth is Glory View Image. Jimmy Whispers fifth. Happy in Control, and Harborlight Jimmy, Well Said Celeb, gets a couple of taps from Jay Harris to keep on going. Leads it by 2. Now that lead is quickly diminishing, and now Captain Butler is coming to call. Captain Butler alongside Well Said Celeb. Captain Butler takes a lead of a half a length. 127-3 the three-quarter time. Captain Butler, Well Said Celeb, Jimmy Whispers, and Belmont Blazer. Then Happy in Control and Glory View Image and Harborlight Jimmy. But it is Captain Butler who leads as they turn for home, and now is strong and leads by 2.5 or 3. Captain Butler on down the stretch drive. Captain Butler, the Butler did it in the third, and then Jimmy Whispers and Belmont Blazer 3 across the track for fourth one, 57-1. There is Captain Butler and Austin Sorry, the winner of the third. Captain Butler is a 6-year-old Captain Treacherous bay gelding, owned by Marie Soleil Fontaine and Marc Lemay. Gerard Demers is the trainer. It's the third win this season, 14th lifetime for Captain Butler. Mile of 157-1. Third race payouts for Captain Butler, $5, 340, 210. 3 Jimmy Whispers, 440, 210. 2 Belmont Blazer, 220. $2 exactor, 34.60. Dollar try, 33.35. Dollar super, 80.95. 20-cent super, 16.19. third race. Order of finish from the top down. 432 1567. That's 432 1567 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the fourth one is All-Star Willow, Semi-Filia for Jacob Roberts, and Triple S Equine. Number 2 is Kitty's Column, Travis Culliver, Cameron McQueen, and John McQueen, and Gregory Tuckwell. 3 is Little Bearcat, Daryl Thiessen for Brett Lester and Michelle Tart. Number 4 is Rockford Peach, Jay Harris for Francis Guillemette and Jean Allaire. 4 is Scratched. 5 is Rockin' Pebbles, Mark McDonnell, drives and trains and owns. And number 6, Nasty Reputation, Gary Rive for Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannic. Scratched is for Rockford Peach. Field of 5 for race number 4. Let's get a look at this field, and we'll start with number 2, Kitty's Column. Well, if you look at the last 6 races, 3 wins and 3 runner-up finishes. And last time out, Trailer Post came flying late and just got beaten by All-Star Willow, but it was a very game effort. I think Kitty's Column is going to turn the tables on All-Star Willow and get the job done here at all. And 4 to 5 though is not a great price, but nonetheless, strong barn. And Kitty's Column has been just on fire, and now we'll use that gate speed from a favorable post and probably be tough to get by. 2 to 5. Number 1, All-Star Willow. Well, back to back, or rather a win last time out, and then disregard the December 9th, did not draw in. But All-Star Willow, December the 3rd, that win over Kitty's Column, and has been racing consistently well. All-Star Willow, Semi-Filia for Jacob Roberts. Only 3 wins on the year, though, in 28 starts, but certainly the recent form is great and is 8 to 5. And number 3, Little Bearcat, 5 to 2 on the board. And Little Bearcat has been just a fringe player the last couple races, but does have 6 wins on the season, and is one that probably will be able to climb on to the top 3 in this compact field of 5. Daryl Thiessen for Brett Lester is currently on the board at 3 to 1. And number 6, Nasty Reputation, was scratched vet sick last race, but before that had a run of top 3 finishes, and they were 5 in a row. Now is winless on the season, but Nasty Reputation, based on the recent performance, probably is the next best one. Nasty Reputation, Gary Rive, I think maybe has a shot to get on the top 3 in here, despite that being off now. About 3 to 4 weeks has been off. Well, about 4 weeks since November the 16th. Gate is rolling for race number 4, taking up their positions. A field of 5, All-Star Willow, Kitty's Column. In the center, Little Bearcat. To the outside, Rockin' Pebbles and Nasty Reputation. It's a field of 5 for race number 4. They're in the stretch, gathering speed. They're at the start in the rough, and they all stride out together. Nasty Reputation on the outside. Kitty's Column and All-Star Willow, but All-Star Willow with the early lead, and Kitty's Column will find the pocket. Nasty Reputation third. Then it is back to Little Bearcat and Rockin' Pebbles. All-Star Willow leads it. Nasty Reputation continues on. Nasty Reputation wants to drive right on to the lead at 25 to 1. All-Star Willow, 4 to 5 on the board, is second and is going to pop back around and look to reclaim the front. Kitty's Column is racing third, and then it is Little Bearcat and Rockin' Pebbles, 28 and 3 opening quarter. All Star Willow's got the lead. Nasty Reputation in the pocket now, and Kitty's Column is racing position to third. Currently 3 1/4 lengths off the lead. Trailing pair Little Bearcat and Rockin' Pebbles, and off the turn they come up towards the half of a 28-3 opening quarter. All Star Willow, Sammy Filia leads it, and long shot Nasty Reputation second. Kitty's Column is going to pop to the outside now to come first over. Then Little Bearcat and Rockin' Pebbles. 1 minute flat the halftime. 31-2 second panel breather for All Star Willow, but Kitty's Column is bearing down in All Star Willow. Nasty Reputation third. Then it is Rockin' Pebbles and Little Bearcat. All Star Willow at 4-5 on the boards got the lead, and Kitty's Column still grinding on the outside, looking to come on against All Star Willow. It's a length back. All Star Willow, Kitty's Column, they're slugging it out, and Nasty Reputation on the inside is moving up a little bit closer, and then it is back to Rockin' Pebbles and Little Bearcat. 3/4 129, 29 second third panel put up by All Star Willow. All Star Willow, Nasty Reputation. Kitty's Column is backed up to third, then Rockin' Pebbles and Little Bearcat on down this fresh drive for All Star Willow. All Star Willow is a star in the fourth and was able to win and take it by about a length and 3/4 over Rockin' Pebbles. Nasty Reputation. Little Bearcat 159-1. Back in front of us, the winner won All Star Willow. Sammy Filia, the winning driver. The trainer is Jacob Roberts. The owner is Triple S Equine. All Star Willow is a 3-year-old all bets off bay filly. 4th win this season, 5th lifetime for All Star Willow. Fourth race payouts: 1 All Star Willow $373, $43. 5 Rockin' Pebbles $15.50 and $5.50, and 6 Nasty Reputation $6.10. $2 exactor $101.80. Dollar try $175.80. Dollar super $506.95. 20-cent super is $101.39. Dollar pick 3 $184.15. The 20-cent pick 3 is $36.83. Fourth race, over finish from the top. 1-5, 4 scratch 2 3. That's 1-5, 4 scratch 2 3 on the bottom. Field on post braid for race 5. 1 is my Maserati, Frank McKenzie. Paul McKenzie for Frank Mancini. Number 3 is Wildcat Watching, Jay Harris for Dale Hurd and Antonio Tangretta. Number 4 is Bookie Baby, Phil Houdon for Jennifer Miller. And number 5, Dangerous Curves, Daryl Thiessen for Rod Boyd and McCann Stables. Scratches of 6, 7, and 8. 9 is Misbelieving, Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence and Brian Ramsey and Allison Ramsey. Scratches of 2, 6, 7, and 8 in this 5th race. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Wildcat Watching. Well, you get a bottom class, so you don't get a lot in the way of form, but Wildcat Watching drops further in class today. You do see this one finishing decently back in October against much tougher than this class, and with all those scratches as well. I just think it's set up for Wildcat Watching to get back into the winner's circle. Jay Harris for Dale Hurd. 6-5, the favorite. 9, Misbelieving was second last time out. Went a long way on the lead to finish second. 8 top 2 finishes and 17 starts on the year. I think you got to believe that this is one of the main contenders in here as well. 2-1. Number 5, Dangerous Curves, is one that's been off since November the 8th. You see a good start at London, October the 17th, but then the next 2 not as great. But Dangerous Curves is in this bottom class and should at least have a shot to be on the top 3 in this compact field, as we only have 5 in this one. Dangerous Curves is 9-2. And number 1, my Maserati, raced a lot better last race. Was well off form, but the last race was better, beaten just a length. So maybe my Maserati can come right back and be strong. Paul McKenzie for Frank Mancini. Gate is rolling for race number 5. My Maserati with Wildcat Watching on the inside. In the center, Bookie Baby. To the outside, Dangerous Curves. And the second tier, Misbelievin'. Field 4, race number 5 is at the start in the rough, and Dangerous Curves, Wildcat Watching, my Maserati, Bookie Baby, Misbelieving on the inside. It's Dangerous Curves who's got the lead, racing on around that first turn. Wildcat Watching now is going to be watching from the pocket. My Maserati is third. Then it is Misbelieving and Bookie Baby, and they race on to the opening quarter. Dangerous Curves has a lead of 3 lengths right now. Wildcat Watching second. My Maserati is third. Then racing position fourth is Misbelieving, and Bookie Bookie Baby is fifth. On past that opening quarter in 28 and 2, Dangerous Curves. 3-1 on the boards, got the lead over the heavily favored Wildcat Watching, who is 1-2. Advantage is just a length and a half, and my Maserati is positioned third. Works in front of Misbelieving, and Bookie Baby is trailing. Dangerous Curves off the turn, heading up towards the half, and that lead is a length and 3/4 right now over Wildcat Watching. The opening quarter 28 and 2, and on past the half. Dangerous Curves reaches the half in 59 and 4 with a 31 and 2 second panel breather. My Maserati is up and challenging now for Paul McKenzie. Wildcat Watching is still watching from the pocket. Misbelieving is fourth, about 3.5 off the lead. Well back is Bookie Baby. Dangerous Curves with the lead. My Maserati on the outside is getting a little bit closer. Dangerous Curves and my Maserati, and Wildcat Watching is watching those two get away a little bit. Is 2.5 lengths back of the leader. Dangerous Curves, 3/4, 128 and 3. Dangerous Curves, my Maserati. Wildcat Watching has weakened to third in front of Misbelieving, and they turn for home, and it is my Maserati going at it with Dangerous Curves. Now here comes Wildcat Watching, who's kicked into high gear now. Wildcat Watching is settled wide and on down the stretch drive, and Wildcat Watching has found another gear and is going to cruise on by and win. Then Dangerous Curves and my Maserati and Misbelieving, 159 and 3. Fifth race, Pouch 3, Wildcat Watching, 310, 220, 230. 5, Dangerous Curves, $293. 1, my Maserati, $270. $2 exact or $8.90. Dollar try, $11.15. We had a 20-cent high five of $4.43. A 20-cent pick five, $915.26. Fans note in race 9, number 3, Vicious Aloysius. A driver changed to Jason Ryan. Race 9, 3, Vicious Aloysius, Jason Ryan. And note in the 9th race, scratched is number 6, Snow Walker. Race 9, scratch 6, Snow Walker. Fifth race, order of finish from the top is a 3 scratch 1, 5 2, triple scratch 4. That's 3 scratch 1, 5 2, triple scratch 4. Field on post parade for race number 6. One is Mending Fences, Anthony Hahn for Meg Crone. Number 2 is Voom Voom, Dale Spence for Jared Mann and Allison Hepburn. Number 3 is Windermere Classy, Austin Sorey for Joe Pereira and Barbara and Ira Wallach. Number 4 is My Gelato, Paul McKenzie for Vernon Cochran and Edward Gork. 5 is Shimar's Lady Havoc, Scotty Kohler for Sheila Lewis. Number 7 is Patty Melt, Jay Harris for Dale Hernandez and Antonio Tangretta. And number 6, Top Field Check Me In. It's Jason Ryan for Amanda Riley and Bryn Campbell. It's a field of 7 for race number 6. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 2, Voom Voom. Not a lot of zoom zoom in the last couple of starts, but is one that I think could fare pretty well here, dropping in class now, and is one that I think fits well here. Just before those last two, had back-to-back runner-up finishes, and also back late September, October was racing well. Has gate speed, should zoom out from post position to Dale Spence for the high percentage barn of Jared Mann. Big win percentage on the year, almost 25%. And Voom Voom is 9-5. Number 6, Topfield Check Me In, is one that did not race well at Mohawk last race, was third here 2 races ago. That was in this class. And Topfield Check Me In, you do see further down the page about a 52-3 at Mohawk. So Topfield Check Me In does have some wheels, races for a good barn, that of Amanda Riley, and he is 6-1. Number 3, Windermere Classy, is currently off form, but drops from the non-winners at 3 class, and maybe could get rolling here. Does have 10 top 3 finishes in 16 starts of the year. I think Windermere Classy could be much better than the 8-1 suggests. Austin Sorey for Joe Pereira. And number 4, My Gelato, off form the last couple races, but was good in 3 consecutive starts before that. And last time out, needed a flat line because made a break 2 races ago. So I think My Gelato could be all systems go. 7-1, Paul McKenzie for Vernon Cochran. Gate is rolling for race number 6, Mending Fences and Voom Voom. In the center, Windermere Classy Modulato, Shimar's Lady Havoc. To the outside, Topfield Check Me In, and Patty Milton. It's a field of 7, race number 6. It's a field of 7 for race number 6. There at the start of the rough, and My Gelato, Voom Voom, Windermere Classy. Then on the inside, Mending Fences and Shimar's Lady Havoc, Topville Check Me In, and then back to Patty Mel. Into the backstretch, Voom Voom leads it. My Gelato is second. Mending Fences third. Then Windermere Classy, Shimar's Lady Havoc, Topville Check Me In, and then Patty Mel. They race on to the opening quarter. Voom Voom 1 to 5 on the board. Has some early zoom and leads at a length and a half over My Gelato. Mending Fences is along the inside third. Then Windermere Classy, Shimar's Lady Havoc, Topfield Check Me In, and Patty Melt. Voom Voom, single file action as they race off the turn. Leads it right now for Dale Spence. In front of My Gelato, who's 8 to 1. Voom Voom's the 1 to 5 favorite. Racing third is Mending Fences, and then fourth is Windermere Classy. Now to the outside, Shimar's Lady Havoc. Trailing pair, Topfield Check Me In, and Patty Melt, 58 and 3 halftime, 30 and 2 second panel. And Voom Voom leads as they work their way on into the backstretch and leads it by 2 1/4. My Gelato second. Voom Voom is starting to zoom and leads by 3. My Gelato second. Mending Fences, Shimar's Lady Havoc. Then it is Windermere Classy, Topfield Check Me In, and Patty Mel. And on by 3/4 for Voom Voom. 127 and 1. My Gelato, the only one within striking distance, and that distance is getting a tougher to mount because Voom Voom now has built a lead of 4 or 5 lengths. It is Voom Voom, My Gelato, Shimar's Lady Havoc, and Mending Fences in Windermere Classy. It's all Voom Voom as they come on down the stretch ride, and Voom Voom's got this one put away. To win going away by double-digit lengths, and then My Gelato and Mending Fences and Windermere Classy, 156 and 2. There is a look at the winner of race number 6. It's number 2, Voom Voom. Dale Spence, the winning driver for trainer Jared Mann. The owner is Allison Hepburn. Voom Voom's a 5-year-old, always a Virgin Bay mare. 7th win on the season for Voom Voom, 156 and 2. Sixth race, payouts number 2, Voom Voom. 270, 210, 210, 4 My Gelato, $3 and $4.50, and 1 Mending Fences, $5.20. $2 exact or $11. Dollar Try, $27.35. Dollar Super, $95.55. And the 20-cent pick for $6. The sixth race, so we're finish from the top. 3142567. That's 3142567 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the 7th one. Olaf Dulac, Jason Ryan for Jacob Roberts in Triple S Equine. Number 2 is Opulent Dragon, Austin Surrey for Mitchell Tierney and Miley Tierney. 3 is Dance Like a Skipper, Scotty Coulter for Paul Coulter. 4 is not there, but 5 is The Devil You Know, is 4 is Scratch. The Devil You Know, Ryan Guy for Steve Gassian and Beth Doyle. And number 6, Unison, Paul McKenzie drives and trains for Mark Meegans. Number 7, Living Large, Travis Cullen for Cameron McQueen. 8 is Brody Scrapper, Jay Harris for Tyler Schlotman and Kevin Skilton. And 9 is Senior Advisor, Brady Golliers for Courtney Bishop and John McQueen. It's a field of 8 for race number 7. Let's get a look at this field for the 7th race. We'll start with number 7, Livin' Large. And Livin' Large, well, is having a large year in terms of top 3 finishes. 25 out of 35. Livin' Large has to deal with a tougher post assignment, but has been racing so well of late that I just think that Livin' Large, and now look, it will be post 6 because of the scratch of 4 Papiamento, and that helps. And just Travis Cullen, Cameron McQueen, strong connections, Livin' Large. My top one here, 2-1. Number 8, Brody's Scrapper, is one that has 9 wins of the year. How about 74 wins a lifetime? And almost got the win from the trailer post last race and was really game. So Brody Scrapper starts from the outside, but off that last race, I think you got to take this one seriously. A 14-year-old in the final year of his racing, and has had 20 wins since turning 13. Brody Scrapper, 15-1, I think is worth taking a look at. Number 3, Dance Like a Skipper. Dance Like a Skipper is one that, was a winner in the bottom class last time out. Dance Like a Skipper looking to carry that form forward, moving up, and has another good post position and got off the gate well last time out. And down on the inside, 1, Olaf Dulac. Well, one that wasn't lacking last race, had an inside post, got off the gate really well, and did stick around for a third. Now, that was in the class below this, but 1, Olaf Dulac, has 6 wins on the year and is 7-1 on the board. Jason Ryan for Jacob Roberts. Olaf Dulac, I think, is one that might be able to round out the ticket, and is right on the board at 7-1 right now. Fans, race number 8, we have a claim entered on number 5, Let's Get Pickled. A claim entered, 5, Let's Get Pickled. Gate is rolling for race number 7, Olaf Dulac and Opulent Dragon. In the center, Dance Like a Skipper, The Devil You Know, in unison to the outside, Living Large, and Brody Scrapper in the second tier, Senior Advisor. Field for the 7th race. is at the start. And they're off. The devil you know. He's going to blast out with Olaf Dulac and Opulent Dragon. Senior advisors out well from the second tier. They work around that first turn. The devil you know's got the lead. Then it's Olaf Dulac and Opulent Dragon. Senior advisor. Living Large racing fifth. Ostride Senior advisor. So now Living Large is racing fourth. And then it is back to Dance Like a Skipper. Unison and Brody Scrapper. And Olaf Dulac, 7-1 on the board's got the lead. The devil you know is right along in the pocket now. Opulent Dragon is third, opening quarter 29-2. Senior advisor fourth, and then Living Large and Dance Like a Skipper. Unison now is quickly moving on the outside, and Brody Scrapper. Unison has come on the outside game lead and is flying up first over. It is Olaf Dulac up at 29-2 opening quarter with the devil you know racing second. Unison on the outside now has moved up to take over third, traveling first over. Opulent Dragon is fourth, and Brody Scrapper on side five. Sixth is Senior Advisor. And then it is back to Dance Like a Skipper and Living Large. 1 minute, 1/5 the halftime. Olaf Dulac and Jason Ryan has the lead still, and then the devil you know watching from the pocket, and Unison on the outside first up third. Opulent Dragon is fourth, and Brody Scrapper is angling towards the outside, might be pulling out 3 wide to go around Unison, but Unison does continue on, so Brody Scrapper stays in the 2 wide path and is racing fourth. Then Opulent Dragon, Senior Advisor, Dance Like a Skipper, and Living Large 3/4 in 1:29. Olaf Dulac isn't lacking and continues to drive, leads by about a length and 3/4. Unison, Brody Scrapper, the devil you know, and Opulent Dragon, and Senior Advisor and Dance Like a Skipper, but it is Olaf Dulac as they come on down the stretch ride. Olaf Dulac and Unison chasing. Olaf Dulac, Unison a final move. Olaf Dulac wins at Unison second. Then Brody Scrapper, Senior Advisor, 159-2. Back in front of us, the winner of race 7-1, Olaf Dulac. Jason Ryan is the winning driver of 4-year-old Sports Rider Bay Gelding by Triple S Equine, trained by Jacob Roberts. 7th win on the season. 10th lifetime for Olaf Dulac, 159-2. Seventh race, payouts 1, Olaf Dulac, 1670, 810 and 430, 6 Unison, 1075.90, 8 Brody Scrapper, $5, $2 exactor, $179.80, dollar try, $858. Note the superfecta pays 168 all, dollar super, $997.50, 20-cent super, $199.50. Seventh race, so for a finish from the top is 1, 6 place 8, 7 place 6, scratch 4 2, 8 place 7, and then 3 5. Once again from the top down, 1, 6 place 8, 7 place 6, scratch 4 2, 8 place 7, 3 5. Field on post parade for the 8th one. Mock Steady, Daryl Thiessen for Mark Goddard and Joe Carnevale. Number 2 is Gascoigne Sunday. Jason Ryan drives and trains and owns. 3 is Maintenance Man Austin Sorey for Gary Murner and Stephen McDonald. And number 4 is What's in the Sky, Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence in Ballast Stable. Number 5, Let's Get Pickled, Clay Mettert, Scotty Coulter for Linda Lawn and Christina Lalonde. And number 6, Midnight Mood, Justin Turcotte for Roland Rocco. It's a field of 6, race number 8. Let's get a look at this field. Well, number 5, Let's Get Pickled, now claimed out of 3 consecutive starts and has been really good. This is one that came on after a slow start, left from post 6 and got away 5th, but then battled first up, was able to clear to the front, and just got caught at the finish by Midnight Mood, who starts to the outside of her, or rather to the outside of him. And Midnight Mood, certainly a veteran that gets high regard for that last race. But overall, Let's Get Pickled has made 60,000 in 40 starts this year. I think overall is better than Midnight Mood, even though Midnight Mood got the better of him last time out. I just think Let's Get Pickled is the one. Problem is 1 to 9 on the board. Claim in Scotty Coulter for Linda Lawn, and heavily bet. In that case, if the odds were exactly what they were right now at post time, then I'd be all into Midnight Mood, because that was outstanding last race. This one was really coming late, and that was a big move from way off the pace. Now, the field did come back to Midnight Mood somewhat, because they went a crazy half of 55 and 4. Really burned it up in the early half, which set it up nicely for Midnight Mood. We'll see if that happens again. Midnight Mood and Let's Get Pickled both came from off the pace, and Midnight Mood got by. Midnight Mood, Justin Turcotte, driving and training. 9 to 1 versus 1 to 5 could make it enticing if it holds. 4, What's in the Sky? Well, this one raced really well here before last time out, and last time out parked early, just wasn't able to get into the race, but a veteran, 12 wins on the year. What's in the Sky has had some really nice starts here of late before that last race. This is one that could bounce back and be a pretty strong factor. 6 to 1, Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence. And one more is number 2, Gascoigne Sunday. Well, 42 lifetime wins, a 7-year-old that steps up every so often and gets the job done. In fact, every so often. How about 24 wins in the past 2 seasons? Now had 18 last year, 6 this year. But still overall, Gascoigne Sunday is a pretty legitimate pacer that you have to have some regard for, and the fans do. 9 to 2. But number 5, Let's Get Pickled, 1 to 5. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Mock Steady, Gascoigne Sunday on the inside. In the center, Maintenance Man and What's in the Sky. To the outside, Let's Get Pickled and Midnight Mood. It is a field of 6 for race number 8. Field for the 8th race. In the stretch drive, gathering speed. And the field for the 8th race. He is at the start of the rough, and getting out is What's in the Sky and Let's Get Pickled, Mock Steady, Gascoigne Sunday, Maintenance Man at Midnight Mood, but Let's Get Pickled is traveling unencumbered in the early going, leads What's in the Sky, Mock Steady, not so steady, went off stride. Now Gascoigne Sunday has inherited third, Maintenance Man, Midnight Mood, Mock Steady trailing the field. Let's Get Pickled, 1-5 on the board. And they race on past that opening quarter, 27-3. Let's Get Pickled has a lead over What's in the Sky at about 3 lengths right now. Gascoigne Sunday thirds, about 8 or 9 off the lead, and then the trailing pair, Maintenance Man, Midnight Mood, as they race their way off the turn, and the field comes on towards us, and way back, Mock Steady after that early break in stride. Let's Get Pickled, leading on past the half. Let's Get Pickled, What's in the Sky, is staying close to Let's Get Pickled. 57-2 halftime, 29-4 second panel breather. It is Let's Get Pickled, What's in the Sky, and then Gascoigne Sunday third is trying to close the gap a bit, but has still got about 8 lengths to make up. Then Midnight Mood and Maintenance Man. Let's Get Pickled continues to march. Let's Get Pickled and What's in the Sky has moved up tight now, and they race by 3/4, 126-3. Gascoigne Sunday still third. Midnight Mood is now trying to come on late, and then Maintenance Man. Let's Get Pickled. What's in the Skies has stayed close enough to pound Soleil, and then Gascoigne Sunday, Midnight Mood, Maintenance Man. The field turns for home. Let's Get Pickled. On down the stretch drive they come. Up the inside, What's in the Sky. What's in the Sky is going to drive up Mackenzie Lane and win it over Let's Get Pickled. Then Gascoigne Sunday, and fourth is between Midnight Mood and Maintenance Man. 159 flat. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 8, number 4, What's in the Sky. Dale Spence, the winning driver, 11-year-old Western Edition bay gelding owned by Ballast Stables, trained by Mackenzie Spence. 13th win on the season for What's in the Sky, 32nd lifetime. Eighth race. Payouts for What's in the Sky, 17.20, $7 420. 5. Let's Get Pickled, 230, 210. 2. Gascoigne Sunday, 340. $2 Exactor, 42.10. Dollar Try, 89.15. Dollar Super, 227.40. 20-cent Super, 45.48. The eighth race claim of 5. Let's Get Pickled, the new trainer Gerard Demers. Eighth race silver finish from the top, 6-3-5-1-2-4. That is 6-3-5-1-2-4 on the bottom. Field on post spread for the ninth. One is Outlaw Duke Worthy, Malik Smith for Bruno LaCroix. And number 3 is Vicious Aloysius, Jason Ryan for Michelle Olson. Number 4 is Silverback Jack, Damon McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows and Marissa Wilson. 5, Passionate Prince, Austin Surrey for Courtney Robson. 6 is scratched. Number 7, GA Speed Sammy. The scratches of 8, Whiskey Friday, and 9, Mickey Burke. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 5, Passionate Prince. Just one win on the season, but Passionate Prince drops in class to the bottom. Certainly the form isn't good right now, but I think shows enough overall speed. In fact, look back into September, 52-4 at Mohawk. Finished 6th on that occasion. This just could be the right spot for Passionate Prince, who does have some back class. And Passionate Prince could spark up here. 3-5, getting a lot of love. Number 4 is Silverback Jack. Did race better last race. You do see a bunch of 8th place finishes on the recent form, but that last race was better, blasted to the front, and overall was a solid 4th. Now, look, doesn't have a top 3 finish in 12 starts of the year, but Silverback Jack maybe showing some signs of coming on. Damien McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows. Silverback Jack is 60-1. Number 7, GA Speed Sammy. Well, did not flash speed last race at London, but Trailer Post did this veteran in, but was 3rd here just 2 races ago. So GA Speed Sammy, who has 4 wins on the year, I think can be a factor. Dale Spence and GA Speed Sammy is 7-5 on the board. And number 1, Outlaw Duke Worthy, was a competitive 4th last race. Maybe could build off of that and get on to the top 3. Outlaw Duke Worthy and Malik Smith for Bruno LaCroix. Just 1 win on the season in 27 starts, 6-1. Gate is rolling for race number 9. Taking up their positions, Outlaw Duke Worthy, Vicious Aloysius and Silverback Jack, and to the outside, Passionate Prince and GA Speed Sammy. Field of 5 for race number 9. There at the start in the rough and getting out quickest of all, Passionate Prince, but now striding out is Vicious Aloysius, and on the inside, Outlaw Duke Worthy. It is Vicious Aloysius to take the lead. Outlaw Duke Worthy is 2nd. Passionate Prince now is over to the pylons 3rd. Then Silverback Jack, GA Speed Sammy, but Vicious Aloysius in the early going is driving 11-1. Vicious Aloysius leads right now as they race on to the opening quarter. Vicious Aloysius leading. Race Racing second is Outlaw Duke Worthy. And then third is Passionate Prince and Silverback Jack. And GA Speed Sammy. Vicious Aloysius at 11-1, leading Outlaw Duke Worthy, who's 3-1 on the board. Passionate Prince, 9-5, is third as they come off the turn. Then Silverback Jack and GA Speed. Sammy now moves to the outside, and as Past One has taken over fourth, is now trailing as Silverback Jack. Half of 58 off a 28 opening quarter. Vicious Aloysius has the lead for Jason Ryan. And as they work their way on into the backstretch, Vicious Aloysius, Outlaw Duke Worthy, GA Speed Sammy now tries to take third from Passionate Prince, and then trailing Silverback Jack, and they race on down the backstretch. Vicious Aloysius leads still. Vicious Aloysius on top of Outlaw Duke Worthy, and then on the outside, GA Speed Sammy is getting closer with every step. Now it's only about 2.5 off the lead, 3/4, 127. Fourth is Passionate Prince, and Silverback Jack is trailing the field, but Vicious Aloysius has been game in the finale and leads over Outlaw Duke Worthy and GA Speed Sammy, and then Passionate Prince and Silverback Jack on down the stretch right for Vicious Aloysius. Up the inside is Outlaw Duke Worthy. Vicious Aloysius is going to hold on. Outlaw Duke Worthy will finish second. Then it was GA Speed Sammy and Passionate Prince. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 9. It is number 3, Vicious Aloysius, driving double for Jason Ryan. 11-year-old Always a Virgin brown gelding, owned and trained by Michelle Olson. 5th win on the year, 40th lifetime for Vicious Aloysius. Ninth race payouts 3, Vicious Aloysius, 25-20, 1260, 210. 1, Outlaw Duke Worthy, 290, 270. 7, GA Speed Sammy, 210. $2 exactor, 40.10. Dollar try, 194.20. 20-cent high five, 59.91. $2 double, $100, 30 cents. Dollar pick 3, 402.30. 20-cent pick 4, 133.78. Ninth race, so for a finish from the top is a 2 scratch, 154 scratch 3, and double scratch on the bottom. Once again, from the top down, it's a 2 scratch, 154 scratch 3, double scratch. Fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Wednesday evening. Action resumes on Thursday. First race, 6:25 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.